Hey guys, um, I've been looking at a few spots on Google Earth that don't make a lot of sense, right? Like, why does this show, and it looks like to have a structure that we've seen before, and then this is blurred out, right? That just it doesn't track. It doesn't make sense. Okay? And I've seen this in a few places where, there's some splits. This is supposedly near the Bermuda Triangle. Again, there's some weird, looks like Photoshop-y stuff right there. Can't get much closer. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Very weird that they're blurring it out. Okay, so this is in the ocean. I'm in the ocean over by, what we learned about was the Bermuda Triangle, but look at this stuff. Now, I saw this over in Antarctica too, in the ocean. I didn't know what it was. I don't know what you guys think it is. I know what it looks like. But I could be wrong. And this is just, that's a face, right? But I don't know if somebody put it there. What is this? What is this? It's very weird. Okay. So I get it. We don't know what to trust, except the overall kind of feeling of it, right around here, is it has a certain structure that, to me, and I could be wrong, looks very tree-like. It looks like a tree. Now, if you see something else that I'm not getting, you can tell me. This doesn't look like scales or that other thing we were looking at, the dragon. It doesn't look like that. It looks like a tree. So maybe the tree of life is what we're on. But this is supposed to be, I hate when that stuff happens. It's supposed to be around the Bermuda Triangle somewhere. I was trying to look for that on a map, right? What's this? And I started looking in the ocean. I was looking at lime kiln. We got the Virgin Islands, British BVI, right? Puerto Rico, the Bahamas. And then I don't know what this strange thing is here. Let me see if I can go to 2D and see if I can get a little closer. It was going to be about the Bermuda Triangle, but I just can't find enough on it. There's kind of like a on the map. There's just not much you can see. This changes shape and color when you get closer. It just doesn't look like you're looking at anything very natural, I like to look at this stuff right under the water, right here. And then some of it, like in lime kiln, was completely blacked out. Lime kiln is, if you don't know where it is, it's a camping site. A very beautiful camping site up in Big Sur. So, just wanted to show you this a little bit of kind of what I was getting to about what's going on out here. I feel like sometimes when they show the moon, It also bears some resemblance to this. But this stuff, to me, and it's all covered. Who would go to the trouble of covering it up? Or what is it? To me, it looks a lot like a tree. Has that same kind of bark. I mean, it doesn't look like scales, but I guess it could be that. To me, it just looks like wood in the ocean. Alright. I can't remember how close this is to the Bermuda Triangle. And I went over to Bermuda and I tried to get down on it. Now, what's this over here? This one's covered up with the Google cover-up tool. I guess it's just the blur. They use the blur tool. And I was seeing these lines. I was like, what are these lines? But I don't think they're lines like... I think they're just because they're covering stuff up. But I don't know. Maybe it's something I don't really understand. It's like a giant X marks the spot. X right here. I mean, I don't know what this is. But I did want to show it to you. Now, the Bermuda Triangle is also known as the Devil's Triangle, a loosely defined region in the western part of the North Atlantic, right? But when you go over it, I mean, there's just nothing you can see, right? That's not anything. What is that? It's just a blue background with nothing else that you're seeing here, right? So I don't know what is actually in there. I know it's a place where they say people go over and disappear. It might just be a jurisdictional zone they use. When I saw it on a map, it goes between certain islands. It like goes from Puerto Rico up to here, down to here, you know, something like this. And I'm not exactly sure. But up here you can see it, but then when you get close you can't see it, so hang on. Okay, so we've heard stories over the years of people going missing. This is the jurisdictional zone of the Bermuda Triangle. Miami to Bermuda to Puerto Rico. This entire zone. Alright? So, you know, supposedly weird things happen. I just think it's a jurisdictional zone, just like Gitmo. It's a jurisdictional zone where they claim weird stuff happens, but when you go looking for it on a map, you cannot see it, which I find a little bit odd. So it's supposed to have some kind of weird, I don't know, weird attributes. But I can't find anything. What about this one? I can't really find anything other than that there's a triangle, and that they use that same triangle on the almighty dollar. They use that same triangle on a lot of the Illuminati symbols. They use that same triangle in Alcoholics Anonymous. I think this is, it's something, but I don't think there's something they're hiding. I think it's just a jurisdictional zone. That's my theory. I could be wrong. But if you guys can find anything that shows kind of the physical attributes, I'd be interested in seeing that. Florida to Bermuda goes through the Bahamas, Turks and Calico Islands. Maybe I could look at Calico Islands, to the British Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, which is right next to the British Virgin Islands, right? So that's a jurisdictional nightmare right there. It's just a nightmare for if they want to disappear somebody. It doesn't mean they put them there. It's a way of saying that the person is missing, using aliases or other names, or they pretend something went missing. The day that I was injured in 2015, they said a whole plane went missing that they never could find. I don't know what it was. Malaysian Airlines, or it was some giant plane that disappeared. It didn't disappear here, but it did just disappear. But the fact that look at this. I mean, this is a symbolic, this is a jurisdiction where Florida goes to Bermuda, goes to Puerto Rico, right next to the British Virgin Islands. So that's all I know about it. But the fact when you try to scoop down on it, you can't see anything. So it's like I just showed you. Most places it's not a complete blackout, but right there it is. And I don't know if there's a base underwater or what there is, or if there's nothing. I don't know what it is because it's blacked out. So I just wanted to show you that.